So MT10, MT11 out of the way today. Blueprint use is in the comments down below. Same as previous episode, in fact, the whole era portion of the game, I'll be using the same blueprint. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Perfect Tower 2, the updated series. Today is a very simple video, but it's essential because I have to go through those two military tiers, but nothing spectacular happens. Next episode we'll get out of era and reach infinity. And once we reach infinity, there's two buildings I want to cover in some degree. I don't know how deep I'll go, but the museum and the factory, including second floor, which is the fabricator. I'll speed up the footage until the end of this run. So previous episode was a era guide. I talk a lot about era 1000. Here it is. I'm gonna finish era 1000, which will bring me to MT10. Whatever generic simple blueprint that I gave you or a slight variant of it will do. All you have to do is go in region 4 and farm for resources so you can upgrade your modules. Remember, I did all this without factory. I'm not gonna touch factory until infinity. A new blueprint will be necessary once we reach infinity after next episode. I talked about asteroid mining in the past. You're gonna get more resources and more attack power over time with that. But also a trading post, which I will probably not cover because it's pretty self-explanatory. But when you do a trading post, you can increase how much resources you get. And your shield, which we'll use once we're in infinity. Right now it's HP. Yeah, you can increase it with trades also. Let's go back to town. We're ready to tier up to MT10. And let's see what's needed for MT11. There is one special little thing and we'll unlock something so important. And to cover the museum, I do need to have that thing. It's called the infinity board. I'm about to show it to you, but first let's tier up and choose something in the tree. So there's only two choices: more XP as we go during tower testing, and town perks are doubled. So to me it's pretty obvious that I should go with this. That means the effect of all the town perks I have are double. It's that simple. So we're gonna go with that, and the last thing will be the XP thing, which makes it a little easier to reach max era divider. But it's not painful at all already, so it doesn't matter. We have era burst. I'm going to show you that. It's a very strong because it makes everything so fast. Remember, we need 100 billion infinity eras to reach infinity, so we're going to need very powerful tools. That's one of them. And we need to reach era 10 million, and this software will help me use it, get there. And this question mark thing, I wasn't sure exactly what to do, but they do give you a clue, and it's relatively simple. I think it's Alvar once again who reminded me of what to do. You'll see. The blueprint in the comment section will resemble this very much. I might have to switch one or two modules. It happens all the time, but honestly it should be the same almost. I'm using nature, fire and earth resistance because this is the forest. I don't do that anymore, but anyways, for this period of time during era, I was switching the elemental resistances to match whatever is in the region I'm in. Now, era burst, look at that, already 1 million and 2 million, etc. It skips a certain amount of eras every time the wave counter change, and it's a key element to go very fast up to era, next episode, 100 billion. So you can reach infinity. I'm about to skip to the end of this run instead of showing it all, but also notice that I reached level 25 for my module, so that would be a good frame of reference for you if you are in trouble reaching era 10 million. It is maybe because you don't have high enough modules. Again, you just gotta farm for resources to get there. And if you have questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Well, it seems like we're actually reaching 10 million naturally, so I don't need to skip anything. And in fact, we're gonna go for MT11 after that. Oh no, there's this one thing that I have to do, the question mark thing, yeah. So let's, in a moment I should be ending this because I reached my goal. I don't have to go further, I'm completely done. There you go. I really was at a point in the game where I was trying to skip ahead as fast as possible to reach MT15. And this is the thing that I wasn't sure what to do. But if you pay close attention, they actually tell you what to do. It says, I think Dr. Kubikal mentioned something about robbing strong neutral enemies of their power. Let's just try to do this. We'll start a run yet again in the forest. I suppose we were in the forest for the whole episode. And we're gonna steal neutral power. In fact, I was trying to do it with auto restart on. If I'm quick to click, I'll be able to do it. I think I paused it something, yeah. And there you go, I got it. Now he said something, but this unlocks, well, it unlocks of course MT11, which will give us access to the Infinity board. Infinity board is so important so I can explain museum and factory properly. That's why I'm waiting to make those two. I don't know if they will be guides. I don't know to what extent I'll go about with those buildings. Now, when it comes to Infinity board, we'll talk about it in the next episode. But I don't know how deep I'll go either, because there is so much to it, and I need to have made a lot of progress in it to really go in great detail. But at least I'll give you an overview of what this is, and it's really a great mechanic. The way this one sounds is, the further I am from era 100 billion, the more eras I'm skipping, I believe. Wave horizon is very strong also. Multiply the acceleration speed of wave streaming by 25 for each region and difficulty with a high score equal to. There's a similar thing for Infinity later, where you need to be in Infinity 1 in as many areas as possible. So I'll sort of do both at once. By the way, since last episode they changed how contracts work, but I can't really show it yet because there's a key element that is attached to Infinity, so I'm going to wait a little bit before I show you the changes. But if you haven't checked, go check contracts, you'll see how different it is. They buffed it. I like those changes. We'll talk about it. I'll find the right time to talk about it. So again, next episode we'll reach 100 billion eras and enter Infinity. It will be a new stage of the game. Well, in the following episode, I suppose. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.